For those who did not mention the Premier League, we had also had a follow-up question on them. So we asked them, do you actually follow the English Premier League? And of that proportion, out of the 41%, 20% actually said yes, that they actually follow. However, the English Premier League wasn't their top club. However, they alluded to the fact that they follow the English Premier League, and that was 20%. And this cuts across a region and then age group. However, like we usually experience, they are more male than female who actually watch English Premier League.
Sure.
So we went further to ask which English Premier League club do you support, and of course Chelsea FC.
It's always like that.
It's always like that. But we will ask ourselves why.
Why now?
We have conducted this poll for over a decade, and at each point we conducted, Chelsea has the highest fan base. They have the highest fan base in Nigeria in terms of proportion. It's either Chelsea tops, either Man U or Arsenal, depending on. And we cannot take. We cannot. Of course, it's associated with the African players that you see in Chelsea FC, especially during Jose Mourinho. He signed a lot of African players. DJ Drogba, Kalu, Celestine Babayaro also played in Chelsea.
Obi Mikel,
of course. You know when Obi Mikel joined Chelsea, we had a lot.
There was a song that was even trending then. Obi
Yeah. So I think all this is associated with the fact why you could say, yeah, this is why Chelsea has the largest fan base in terms of English Premier League. And the second up is Manchester United. You know those days, you cannot go to Man U without collecting. You will collect, especially during Ferguson,
home and away.
At some point, I was like, who taught this guy how to coach?
And it's not really that he's really shouting or anything. He'll just sit down, chew his gums.
He wins the game. Ferguson time, do you recall?
I could recall very well, right from the likes of when he used players like Nistelrooy, Eric Cantona, and even when he brought in Cristiano Ronaldo.
But one thing that was not popular about him among Nigerians was the fact that he didn't sign too many black players. So they used it against him. I don't know why he didn't sign a lot of black African players, but that reason is best known to him. But I'm telling you that the reason the EPL, the highest, why Chelsea has the highest fan base in the EPL in Nigeria is because of the black African players that feature in Chelsea. Mr.
Chida, I still want to believe that I think Arsenal even goes ahead of Manchester United when it comes about African players that are playing for that club.
Sure,
because we used to have them.
Kanu Nwankwo was
Papilo. He was doing well for Arsenal,
and it was during Papilo when he signed into that the fan base, the Arsenal fan base,
especially in Nigeria, rose because when he came from Ajax Amsterdam, coming to Arsenal when Arsene Wenger brought him. And Wenger was coming to Arsenal, he came along with Nwankwo Kanu. Nwankwo Kanu trended that period. And that's why he gave more opportunity to African players that could play for Arsenal, likes of Kolo Toure and Manuel Eboué, all of them had to just flow into Arsenal. So that's to say, even in Chelsea, they're talking about Chelsea players now, even in Nigeria, the fan base. Ladies, most especially that time, when all these young Igbo brothers, when they go watch match like this, they say Chelsea, everybody will say Chelsea. So certainly they will go with their babes there and they will put on Chelsea jersey, they're like, up Chelsea. So even some of them have to even give their children the name Chelsea. A big bro tell you I'm a Chelsea fan, and here's my daughter. What's your name? My name is Chelsea. So certainly, Coach Tony, looking at the fact that Nigeria, we certainly want to see how our Nigerians tend to support this club. I think from your own angle, you still want to agree with the fact that Chelsea leads the front line.
Yeah, Chelsea does, because like what my boss here said, you see,
I'm not your boss.
Certainly in this way, like when person they want you, go say, boss.
I know what
like what he said concerning the fan base of the blacks in the team. They were not just European blacks; these are African blacks.
Yeah.
So that's just the difference, Manchester United and Chelsea thing. So it was really, let's say it was really a black affair.
Black affair that prompts the love for these clubs. Yeah. And really, if you look at it, most blacks didn't go to those all older leagues that we're talking about compared to England. I agree with that. When people started watching football in Nigeria, that was when these same English Premier League teams are sprung up with good publicity. Now won the hearts of Nigerians. You know that one thing you will know with English Premier League is that they have this way of making things come alive when you watch the football. If you watch Italian Serie A, the stadium tends to be rowdy, and Bundesliga tends to be rowdy. But the English Premier League, you listen to commentaries, you listen to what they're saying,
and the camera, the way their camera. I think the Spanish La Liga, their camera is a bit better than what it used to be now. So the English player, I don't know how they position their cameras in their stadium, but it comes out good.
I think I will just go back to the fact that English Premier League has a good form of packaging.
For me, I just think they do that because they get a lot of revenue from football, and if down to the Premiership, to the League One, League Two, National League,
all of that.
Man, they make a lot of money out of it. So it's their oil for me.
Oil, exactly.
They should take care of it.
And you agree with me that England especially they have a way of promoting their own. That's why you see an English player that is not even playing well. But once you want to sign that guy, the money where they go come for you.
Exactly.
They go come money for you.
Average players.
When I was looking at the price tag for Phillips that you can count how many matches he played for Manchester City.
Exactly.
I was like, wait, which kind of money they won't give this guy like this? So certainly, and that's why I see that whenever they leave the Premier League to any other league, they tend to struggle.
They struggle.
They tend to struggle.
They don't even tend, they struggle.